Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host, the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. Now, I know we were supposed to have my friend Ashaunti Clemons on here tonight, but she came up with she didn't come up, but she had a family emergency. So I am covering for her and we're going to reschedule at a later date. But I wanted to be here with you guys and I would like to say hi to my dad who is watching and he says I am here. Yeah, good job. But tonight I wanted to go through the 5 key points that I learned from my near death experience. Now, when I say near death experience, this is what I'm talking about. That's my car from my car wreck, and I was 17 years old when that happened. I was sitting at a red light waiting to turn left when a semi decided he was going to turn the or run the light as soon as my light had turned green. He smashed me in the intersection, hit me right in the driver's side door. I was immediately knocked unconscious, and I had a broken neck, a broken jaw, 2 fractured ribs, a punctured lung, and a ruptured spleen. And my worst injury was one that nobody can see. It's the one that gets me judged a lot, and it makes me walk a little funky and talk a little funky. But that's all right. That was a traumatic brain injury, and I still suffer from that all the time, and it will not go away, and it progressively or it slowly gets better and better, but it will not totally go away. And then after all that and going through my 18 plus years of rehab now, I have learned 5 lessons that I consider my 5 lessons from my near death experience. Now, these can be taken in many different ways and can be related to the whole COVID-19 or coronavirus thing that is going around. Now, my first one is I'm sharing the video out here. But the first one is before my accident, I had all these abilities that I took for granted. Now, I'm not talking about abilities like football, like baseball, like soccer, like BMX, because I did all those things. But I'm talking abilities like the ability to hold your head up straight, the ability to sit up on your own, and the ability to walk, and the ability to do the use of your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes. And it's very important that you think about those abilities that you have. A lot of people do not think about those, and they are gone. They're taken away so easily. And I don't want you to have to lose them to know that you had them at one time. That is not a good way to go. So, my second one is I always wanted all kinds of things in my life, but I wasn't thankful for what I already had. Look, I had this good life. My parents had a nice house. They drove nice cars. They worked in nice jobs, making good money. But I always wanted a bigger house. I always wanted them to make better money. I always wanted them to be able to provide something to me that I thought I deserved because I was the man. But I wasn't thankful for the things that I already had, and it's so weird to me now to think back to that, because it's like, man, I had it good. I didn't have to provide my own clothes. I didn't have to, thank Sean, I didn't have to provide my own food. I didn't have to worry about eating healthy because I was fed by my parents. I had a roof over my head. I wasn't sleeping in the gutter. I wasn't sleeping in an old landfill, and I just needed to be appreciative of what I already had and say thank you and express my gratitude for those things. Now, the third lesson is life is a precious gift, and it can be taken away in the blink of an eye. Now, this is important because it's it's you might as well listen to somebody that has had to go through all this stuff when I want to help other people not have to go through what I went through to learn what I did. So when I tell you that you should be doing these things, you should really listen, because these are very important things and they will lead to happiness. They will lead to joy, and joy, it beats happiness any day. So it's really not that hard to be happy. If you're grateful for the things you have, for the abilities you have, you're going to be happy, I promise. Hi, Casey. Good to see you. Hi, Tyler Haynes. Good to see you too. So, my fourth one is you can never, ever give up on yourself. Now, I know that's a lot of evers, but they're true. You can't give up on yourself. Check this out. If I had given up on myself when I was in a wheelchair, I would still be in a wheelchair. If I had given up on myself when I was walking with the walker, I would still be walking with a walker. And if I had given up on myself when I was walking with the cane, I would still be walking with a cane. And do you think that would be a lot of fun? No, it wasn't. If I'd given up on myself, I would still be in those places. But if you had given up on yourself, or you did give up on yourself at one time, where did it get you? Are you still in that same place because you gave up? Well, you don't have to remain there, because you can always pick up where you left off. And it's never too late to try something new. It's never too late to learn something new. So, my fifth and final point is I learned that I could make every second count. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. If you guys can learn from what I say, if you can learn from what other people say, then you can be in the same boat I am. And I tell you right now, I'm really happy. I am so happy. I do these shows once a week to help people. Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm right here for another episode of Make Every Second Count Live because I want to help you guys get to where I am, because where I am is amazing. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to make it seem like it is something that you can accomplish. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. Look, there's nobody out there that is any more special than you. There is nobody out there that's any more special than Kayla that's on here right now. There is nobody out there that is any more special than Casey or Amber or Tyler or Sean or Selena. There's nobody any more special than my dad out there, because we're all special in our own way. You know, they say a lot of times to me, I've had a lot of people say to me that you have disabilities, Jeff. How do you live with these disabilities? I tell them, no, I don't have disabilities. I have different abilities. They might not be the same as yours. They're different. You know, there's things in life that some people can do really well. Like basketball players can play basketball really well. Hi, Betty. And baseball players can play baseball really well. And soccer players can play soccer very well. All these professions, these people do very well. And are you good at those too? Does that mean you're disabled if you aren't good at them? No, because they have different abilities, and you have different abilities too. So learn how to hone those abilities. Learn that those abilities can take you to places that you've never been before. And learn that there are 86,400 seconds in a day. And you can make each and every one of them count. But you have to remain grateful. You have to be happy. You have to do all this stuff that I just went over with you. And it's not hard, guys. But remember, like I said, I did it. That means everybody out there can do it. Because I am no more special than you. Hey guys, I want you to have a great week. And I need you to remember to do something for me. You have to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. So guys, make it count. Have a great week. And I'll see you back here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, remember, I'm Jeff Marconette, the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, telling you that you can be happy too.